us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Using his legs, it's Booth. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback making checks. This is a designed run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Takes the handoff. It's Booth. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Shapen. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the cover.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Here's a heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
But how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
They'll give it to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Volunteers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vols!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Makes the grab, it's Thompson. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
The tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. To the air, it's Aguilar. Here's the pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. Taylor wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly to the tight end. Can't get him to the ground.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Vols can really attack on this second and short. On the run, it's Thomas. Turning it on. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Toss sweep right. Hard running there.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got the quick pass. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. Delivers the stiff arm. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Vols trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? You want to keep trying to run the football. I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out? Maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down for the tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Makes the catch, it's Davis. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Bishop.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously You can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Now on the move. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long. Now you're set up to fail.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Grabs it in the middle.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man. Hits it with a stiff arm. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the 1st half.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Sends it back in motion. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Thompson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Quarterback may change this route. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Got a man, it's Thompson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Trying to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Off-play action on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. Oh, a lot of space. Inside the touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Volunteers! The defense takes matters into its own hands. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thompson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. To throw, it's Shapen. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Makes the grab down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking for a crease, it's Booth. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Looking to throw, it's Shapen. He uncorks a bullet to the right. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused.
Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Morris. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Morris. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he takes a knee. If that's an option, it's a bad one. It'll be 3rd and long. And down to a knee? I guess that's one option. A lot of ground to cover here on 4th down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try for a big play here on 4th and long. And they'll take a knee. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
The short hands, it's Traore.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's 3rd and short, so you look for your easiest throw and easiest completion. That's to the tight end. He makes the catch, and you move the chains.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll ride Davis here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Here comes the heat. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Baker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. He'll take it himself. Plows through the defense. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And the quarterback takes a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.